Do. Okay. I think we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Last time, this isn't it. Last time we were looking at our beginner code, and it was let me get it up. But we had a very simple app, and basically, it was. I'm trying to remember now. I thought there was another step in the live stream, but it's gone straight to a live stream, so I'm a little unprepared. Let's have a look at this. Will jog all of our memories. I'll have a look at what we were working on. Okay. Okay, let's see. We were at shanty.org. Oops. And in there we were working on our new thing. That's right, we're working on the new thing. Okay, now I remember. Okay, so I'm getting these commands wrong. Excuse my unpreparedness. Here we are. We were working on a painting app. Now there is an end goal of being able to use the painting app to help in some of these live streams. But there's also, I guess, the underlying goal of getting this architecture together. We're going to be working with assemblyscript and seeing how far we go. Now, I'm actually, to be honest, not super familiar with assemblyscript. I've done a tiny bit of it. So a lot of this session is just going to be reading some documentation and doing some assemblyscript hello worlding. And then once we get, let's see if I can do a little. I'll do a little note. Let's do today's stream. Okay. So let's see, that's pretty small. Oh yeah, there's another way to make the whole thing get bigger. There we go. Okay, so now it's a lot bigger. All right, good. So for today's stream, we want to. First of all, we're going to assemblyscript hello world. Hello world. And then we're going to port our drawing app. Now I'm calling it a drawing app. It's really very simple at the moment. Let's have a look, from utility. Yeah, so basically our drawing app is literally just let's see, that's a little mouse. I just hacked together a little mouse down functionality, and basically it's going to set a pixel wherever the mouse is to a different color, which is fine. I think the more importantly is this pixel utility class. Now this is an example where you're just working with typed arrays and you're manipulating numbers, and so that's where this sort of thing we can look into doing a pixel utility WASM file. All right, so let's get started. So I'm just gonna do a little folder here just called as hello world, I guess, and we'll jump into that. Yeah, that'll be fine. Just for now. And this is probably a folder I'll delete in a sec, but just to get our feet wet with AssemblyScript. All right, let's get started. Quick start. I don't know if I believe there's this kind of AS init, like a quick start, kind of like a create React app type thing. I'm not sure I want to go down that path, because we might just like create React app. When you just use these shortcuts, you miss a lot of the things you could learn about what's necessary. Okay, so it looks like this is what it does. Okay, so it tells you. Okay, it creates a recommended directory structure and configuration files. I guess that's fine. It's oh, it even gives us an example test. All right, maybe we should do that then. Okay, let's give that a go then. We'll pop that there. Pop this here. And let's see. Okay, so the first step is AssemblyScript loader. So what's the loader? AssemblyScript loader. I'd imagine that's got something to do with running it. Let's have a look. What if I click on it? Loader. A tiny module loader that makes working with AssemblyScript modules as convenient as it gets without sacrificing efficiency. It about mirrors the relevant part of the WebAssembly API while also providing utility to allocate and read strings, arrays, and classes. So I guess this is kind of a way of, once you've written your WebAssembly, this is how you're going to run it in the browser. It's like a little wrapper to, I don't know, do that in a nice way, I guess. And maybe it's even got like types or something. Optimize.wasm. Anyway, we'll give it a go. We'll do what the docs say, and we'll see where it takes us. Okay, so this is a mess. I can't even see what I'm doing here. Okay, it's a bit better. I think if it's just a little bit longer. Ugh. Okay. That'll have to do. Let's see. npm I. Oh, first we've got to init this little project. npm init. npm I. Oh, this is so ugly. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. I think it's better for this to be a bit smaller. It makes it more readable what I'm doing. Okay, npm I AssemblyScript /loader. Actually, I'm going to see how far we go without that loader, just with the compiler to start with. Just to know what's AssemblyScript and what's the AssemblyScript loader. Work through those individually. Okay, so what's that done? Let's see. Nothing. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So that's just installed the module. Now we go npx as init dot. And okay. So this will make the following files exist in this directory. Let's see. Assembly. Let's just do it and see what it makes. Okay. Assembly index. Okay, so this is our WebAssembly. Yeah, this is our WebAssembly file. Fine. Now there's a tsconfig in there, which is a little surprising. Oh. We'll leave that for now. So this is a way of building it. Our build folder. Now a test. Require assert. Huh. My module is required ... So index, that would be pointing towards the index. It's a funny test. Node tests. So there's a little test script, is there? No. What is node tests? Let's see. npm. Oh, okay, let's just keep following the docs. npm run as build. Fine. So that's going to populate our build folder, I imagine. Okay, so we've got an untouched and optimized. That's fine. Let's see what build does. As build. Okay, build untouched and build optimized. And build untouched is just build, targeting debug, and targeting release. That's fine. So that all that does is points to index.ts in assembly and just says ASC. Okay, so that just compiles this. Compiles that index file. That's fine. Okay, and now we go. Let's just make this dark. There we go. npm test. All right, let's test. npm test. Okay, it's probably complaining about that loader I didn't install. Yeah, cannot find module ascript/loader. That's fine. So where does it call? Where does it need that? It needs that in. Whoops, close that for now. It needs that in. This one in the index. Okay, loader. What is the loader doing? WASM module is loaded on instantiate sync. Yep, that's fine. And it imports that WASM file. So I'm not sure why that's different from your regular old WASM file. I mean, why assemblyscript has its own loader rather than a using, I don't know, some standard AssemblyScript. Oh, sorry, standard WebAssembly loader. Because at this point, it's just regular WebAssembly. It's nothing special to AssemblyScript. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Huh. Sorry, my computer seems to be freaking out a little bit. I'm just going to try and restart Chrome. Okay. All right, where were we? Sorry about that interruption. Oh, I know why. I'm using this dark mode. The dark mode in the YouTube stream, it absolutely breaks YouTube, but it works on assembly on this page. Anyway, for now, I'll just leave that as it is. That's fine. Okay, so we're testing and we're importing our module, and then you're exporting it from index, and then so this index basically just loads our assembly script file using FS, which is a little surprising. So this isn't going to work in a browser, but it looks like the loader is able to work in a browser. Where did I read that? I think I read that the loader works in a browser. Loader.instantiate. So yeah, so usually you do a fetch, and it would return a promise. So you'd fetch from a local file probably. It's how you'd usually get it in there. Tiny module loader. Mirrors the relevant parts of the WebAssembly API. So it looks like it's a really thin wrapper on the WebAssembly API. I'm not sure what why they've got it though. I'm not sure what the difference between that and, I don't know, the regular way of loading WebAssembly is. Maybe we'll try both. Alrighty. Okay, so we're instantiating our file. So we've got this test. Require assert. And assert strict equal, add 1 and 2 equals 3, and log OK. So it looks like this is kind of like a sort of bare bones sort of testing method. Let's try and write some WebAssembly. Let's see. So we've got our index. I'm going to also create. Let's see if we can port our. Let's see what we're working on the other day. Our pixel utility. What happens if we just take our pixel utility, copy it, and paste it in this assembly folder? All right, so we've got some errors. Yeah, great. So it doesn't know what an image data is because image data is a HTML. It's a DOM object, or it's included in a DOM library, which this won't have. So that's interesting. But I should be able to just tell it what an image data is. Interface, image data, or let's call it image data. It's pretty simple. Width or data is a, what is it, an array or something? I can't remember what an image data is. Data is a uint8 clamped array. Great. Okay. Okay, and then it's also got a width and a height, which are numbers. Now, the only thing I'm confused about is that these numbers, I didn't think that you could use number. I thought number would be a, you know, because it's not explicit enough. You do any. You shouldn't, and it shouldn't allow any either. So let's try and run it if it doesn't have any problems with that. Let's see. Okay. So this is compiling. So I guess in here we're exporting a function add, and I guess we can say something like this: export. Can't remember how to do this. Pixel utility .ts as now. I've gotten something wrong there. Sorry, I'm gonna quickly look up how I do this again. How to do it? How to export a thing as a thing. If that makes sense. I know I've got it over here. I know I've got it over here. Where in an index, in a utility, it'll be in here. No, it's not there. Let's see. Where have I got my math functions? Wait, I don't know where I can find this. Auto index config, export as. Okay, wait, I'm not using it in this project. Where am I using export as? Alright, I do know where I've got some. Oh, I know. CD XE baby. Okay, I know I've got some in here. Okay, export as, yeah, I've got heaps in here. Okay, so in our index, but from the, okay, cool. That's the syntax. So I'm doing that wrong in, where was I? Not inside. Okay, export star as pixel utility from pixel utility. Okay, now why doesn't it like that? Okay, doesn't like the TS extension. Okay. So now we're including the pixel utility in that in this index. So it should. I don't think it tree shakes. I think it should. It'll include that entire thing when I do a build. Let's have a look. If we have a look at our let's say our untouched. I really don't need this optimized for now. It's fine. So that's something like what it looks like. That's our map. Yeah, we use the WAT. I think the WAT is kind of like a way of visualizing at least a little bit what's going on. So that's pretty simple. So once we do a build, yeah, let's see. In our package, AS build untouched. I don't like this. I wouldn't say untouched and optimized. I'd just say dev. Build dash, or build and build production or something. Don't need that. Build and build prod. That'll be fine. Okay, so now I can just run npm run build. Oh, I guess if AS build, I guess AS build does make sense, but just not the optimize and production. Okay, let's see how that goes. Failure from expected. Okay, so from expected. I guess it doesn't know how to deal with this exporting. Let's try some other stuff. So instead of that, let's just have another simple, I'm just going to call this like math extension.ts. Okay, export const, I don't know, multiply equals A number, B number, A times B. Okay. So there we go. That's an example of what we could consider a module. So what if I did that? So we'll just make sure it's not the code that it takes issue with. It's actually the syntax. As math extension. Because I mean, that's export function add. That is ES6 modules, right? So maybe you can't export as. Let's see. What if we just do export star from math extension? Okay, type expected. Well, it is a, hold on, okay, you can't infer a type, that's all right. Okay, it returns a number. Okay, that compiled, cool. I wish it would infer the number, but that's all right. Like, I'm telling it what it's returning there, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, we just wrote some assembly script. It didn't like that I was saying export star as math extension, so it didn't like that, right? I guess that's like a type of ES6 modules that it doesn't quite understand. I wonder if there's a way to tell it how that works. Let's see. Assembly script, modules, export and import, exports. Exports work very much like in TypeScript. From an entry file also becomes the export of the. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, with WebAssembly AS module integrations, imports utilize the ambient context currently. Alright, we'll leave that for now. Let's go see WebAssembly script export as. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this will probably be it. Yeah, export stuff from my file. Yeah. Not handled yet. Okay. I guess it's on the in the works. Even though it looks like it's in there. But apparently it's not. That's fine. Okay, in that case, so you know, because what I usually do is I usually do this kind of syntax. But if that's not allowed, there's a way around it. All I just got to do is instead of exporting the functions directly, the old way to do this is as an object. So export, let's see, const math extension equals like this, multiply. Okay, so that's an example of how we could get around that. Okay, so in theory, now when we run build, that should work. And no, objects is not assignable to type i32. Okay. Huh. Well, this shows how much I don't understand about AssemblyScript. So what have I done there? I've created an object that's basically, it doesn't understand, it doesn't understand, it don't understand what that object is. I mean, maybe it's got to be a class? Basics, object. Let's see, object. Strictly typed objects, okay. A equals that, a.prop equals hello world. Oh, okay, cool. It's a map of a string in a string. So is this where I've got to finally start using classes in TypeScript? I don't want to use classes in TypeScript, but I might have to. That is a shame. Hopefully that'll work. Sorry, I'm just fixing up this extension so I can see the YouTube again. Studio.youtube.com. Okay, why is it still working there? Studio.youtube.com, adding it there, and I should be able to save that. Is it saved automatically? Yeah, it's saved. Okay. Okay, cool. We're back. Good. All right. Where was I? Okay, so maybe I've got to create a class. Let's see how we can do this. I do not want to make a class, but it looks like I don't have a choice. Okay, export class math extension like that. Okay, so we say like multiply. So how do I point it to that function? This won't do. This is really not a nice way to do it using a map. Objects. First peculiarity one is going to notice, basic types are different from TypeScript, integer and floating point values, alias, okay, that's fine. JavaScript JIT would try to configure the best representation of a numeric value while the code is executing. Okay, no any or undefined, sure. No union types, sure. Using, okay, but you can use generics. Strictly types objects. But this to me seems like it is a strictly, like it is a, you know, like here it's adding to the objects after the fact, whereas what I want to do is just create an object. And like it can be static or whatever, but let's see if I can do this. TypeScript member function point to other, I don't know, point to pointer. So it doesn't like that. Oh wait, what if I said it was an object? That's a long shot, isn't it? It's still statically typed, right? Multiply does not exist on type object. Okay, what about this? What if I created an interface? Math extension. Okay, this is a really long-winded way of doing it, but if it works, it works. Multiply number B is a number, and it returns a number. Well, I really should be using I32, right? In true AssemblyScript fashion. Okay, math extension is now inheriting from math extension. What about then? Surely that type now has multiply. Property multiply does not exist. Well, it does. It does exist. You're lying, AssemblyScript. Let's have a look at interfaces. Let's see, interfaces. Runtime interface. The following paragraphs are relevant in low-level code. This is interesting. It's starting to feel like using the syntax of a It's starting to feel like using the syntax of an interpreted weakly typed language to write this strongly typed stuff is very confusing. Because you make assumptions about what you're able to do, which doesn't seem to be working out. It's interesting. Runtime. So allocating managed objects. Classes in okay, here we go. These mostly work. They're supposed to work, right? Private and protected. Interface fields must be implemented as getters and setters. What about functions? Neglect the cost of making extensive use of managed classes. Okay, well I'm gonna keep playing around for a little bit longer. Okay, let's try this. Pi 3.14. Okay, is that allowed? Well, TypeScript should pick up on that and say that's wrong because I haven't told the interface that pi is there. Here we go. So pi is an I32. Like that. Okay. So that's just a number, and it still doesn't like that, even though it is on the interface. Property does not exist on type. It's not right. Assembly script. Okay, so classes seem to be popular, but I don't like classes. If we're going down the classes route, I might as well write this all in C# or something. Here. Reuse as a declare. Let's take the following imported function. Okay. Yeah, here we go. So custom math is an object with an add. Yep. Okay. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's outside of the... Tell the module where to find the add function within your module. Export declare function. Okay, assembly script. Declare. What am I missing here? Why are we declaring stuff? It's also possible to use namespaces. See, this is starting to feel to me like at first I was like, oh, this is such a good idea to use TypeScript as the basis for as you know, to write WebAssembly in TypeScript. But now that I'm looking at this, I'm feeling like it's terribly confusing, because you have, like, there's a reason why languages have different syntax. You know, you want to know when you're writing in C. You want to know when you're writing in JavaScript. You want to know when you're writing in C# or whatever. Like there's a reason why they don't all look the same. Or maybe not. Maybe that's silly. I don't know. Maybe they can all look the same. Well, let's give this a go anyway. Let's see. Export declare function. Okay. So let's try this. So a little bit confused. A namespace. Export declare namespace. Okay, let's try this. Export declare namespace. Okay. Now this is our multiply. Where's our multiply function? Okay. Let's see. Multiply. Multiply. Why is that not allowed? All right. Redeclare. Okay. What's wrong with that? Statements are not allowed in ambient context. So I'm pretty sure I just need this is like a signature. So even though I'm already declaring it here. Is that wrong? Export function, or should be able to say mult. Variable I32 has an any type. No. Oh my god, no, that's not it at all. Okay, well, what's wrong now? It doesn't have an any return type. Okay, that's a new syntax. I don't know. So does it know does it know that I'm talking about that? Okay, that compiled. But does it work? Where's our test? Okay, my module dot. Oh, this sucks. This isn't a real test. This isn't really, like, it doesn't even know that multiply is there. 2, 2, 1, and 2. Okay. Let's see. Equals. Okay, this is pretty bad. npm run. Run. Test. Okay. Oh, wait, I thought I installed that. I did install it, so why doesn't it work? AssemblyScript loader. Oh, wait. No, I did install it. So did I write the test wrong? Or is it testing the production build? Yeah, it is. Untouched. Still, it gave me the wrong error. It said AssemblyScript loader was not installed, but it actually just couldn't find that. No, it still can't find it. Oh, I'm wavering. I'm wavering. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do a weigh-in, then we'll have a look at this. I'll work out what the next step is. Okay, well, this has been a very informative experience, but I'm getting the feeling that this is not going to work out. So I had some real plans to write some, basically an ECS architecture in WebAssembly. Particularly in AssemblyScript, but this is not the kind of developer experience that I'm happy to sit in. So we did the Hello World, but we weren't able to really get very far at all with this this part of it. Oh, I know I've got. I see. Yeah, I know I've got that installed. So, wait a minute. Oh wait, I don't have the loader installed. It says it's installed, but it's not. I should just do this. Okay, fine. Import module math, etc. Yeah, see, this is just, it's too bad. It's too bad. It's too early. Too early. I like to think I'm an early adopter of stuff, but I feel like this language is just not quite there yet for me. I'm still interested in doing embedded device stuff and everything. Let me make this a bit bigger. I'm still interested in doing embedded device stuff. Oh yeah, speaking of, how about an unboxing? I got this in the mail the other day. Or unwrapping rather. This should be, let's see. Aha. Might not be able to see that too well, but it's a tiny little ESP32 with a camera on it. So that should be a bit of fun. And alongside that should be some regular, I hope I got them, some regular ESP32s. I think so. Yeah, so that's a regular ESP32 development board. And that's one that's got the camera with it. So they'll be a little bit different, and we'll use them for different purposes. But that should be a lot of fun. And you know what? Maybe I'm getting too clever for my own good. I should just use C++, which is fine because I have spent a lot of time. I'll show you some stuff. I've spent a lot of time getting to know the C++ workflow. Like I did write a lot of this stuff a while ago, so maybe these days I'd like to use unit tests and that sort of thing. Still, it's probably let's see, archive, I think. Whoops. Oh wait, no, it's not in Chanty. It's I think it's in my robot.io stuff. Robot.io stuff. Here we go. Ahoy-Arduino. Okay. So this is my Arduino sort of libraries. So I spent quite some time sort of working on this. Getting it to a point where basically it's all simple enough, or it's all so it's somewhat what I would consider like a modern enough workflow for me to get my head around. It's a little bit janky, so let's see, where's an example of it? Not that, not that. Yeah, so there's a little bit of this sort of stuff where you gotta declare these explicit member functions. It's not very elegant, and you got these like the C++ land. It's a little bit, pointers to pointers really just means an array, right? I think. Well, a pointer could be an array. Oh god, yeah. And you can't pass the length. Yeah, actually, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to write it in C++. I don't know. I've heard that you can do this stuff in Rust, but I'm not familiar with Rust. Let's see. Arduino, Rust. Rust and Arduino current progress. It's probably not a good idea. It's probably not an elegant solution. I'm gonna have to do some research. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. I might return to this damn C++ land. Yeah, I don't know. That's funny. It's importing even though it's next to them. Let's see, data.io, chars and yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's pretty. From memory, it's pretty yeah, you can do a lot with it. It just takes a long time to use C++. It takes a long time to sort of get it right. But maybe that's all right. Oh, very low level stuff. This is the this is what I use to, gosh, there's a lot of code. It's what I use to speak to Google IoT. I can't remember what that's called. Google IoT Core. Google IoT Core, I think. Yeah, Google Cloud IoT Core. So that's sort of a way of getting, you know, you can start speaking to your devices. Let's see, I was using PubSub, and then from there it went, yeah, so I'm pretty sure I had some cloud functions. You needed cloud functions that would be triggered on PubSub commands or PubSub listeners or something like that. And yeah. So maybe I'll look back into that. Maybe I'll get back into C++, as much as it pains me. You do have these, you are able to do these sort of callback type things. I'm not sure. Not sure. Anyway, we'll leave it for today. Truly a failed experiment. For what it's worth, I think I've discovered that this assembly script stuff is just going to be a lot more than I thought it would be. It's not as simple as just giving types to your TypeScript files. It's just a little bit immature in you know, modules and everything like that. So I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna put it down for now and look at other options. And yeah, yeah. Anyway, I'll give it some thought, and maybe we'll. Yeah, not sure what we'll do the next round, but I think it's something fun to do. Maybe break out an ESP32. I'm not sure yet. That could be fun. All right. Bye. Thanks for tuning in.